Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing today? It's the Kid EG, aka EGTV, and I'm back again with another video. And today, what we're going to be talking about, Ben White. We're going to be talking about Ben White from Brighton to Arsenal. The transfer is close. It's going to be happening. Most likely will be done immediately after the Euros. The price has been agreed between the two clubs. £50 million bid has been accepted by Brighton. It looks like the player is all but an Arsenal player at this moment. He just needs to hold up the shirt and sign the thing. Everything's pretty much been done. This is great news for the club, in my opinion. And you know what? I need you guys to do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're going to be talking about more than just Ben White. But before we get any further, do me a favor, smash that like button, and let's get the show on the road, people. You already know what it is, the EGTV. Let's go, bang. What's going on, guys? The new video. We're going to be talking about Ben White's close to signing for the club for £50 million that Brighton have accepted. Plus, we're going to be talking about more to come, but you know the Ben White topic is going to be the main one. We're going to also talk about Lokonga, the latest on Lokonga. We're going to be talking about Mavropanos. We'll see how close the Lokonga deal actually is before we move on to Mavropanos. We're going to be talking about the possibility of signing the Italian players, the Frenchman himself, Houssem Aouar, the left back situation. Who are we going to get for that left back? Obviously, we're still being linked to the Man City boys. We're going to have to find out who our new striker could possibly be if we are going to get a striker. I like the look of Isak, what he can bring to the table, and what's going on with William Saliba and his situation. All this and more. Check out the links in the description. So, people, let's get the show on the road. I got a great show for you guys today. I got a lot of things, but first, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Let's get this at least past 100 likes before the end of the stream. And everyone watching on Twitter, come join us for the rest of the video on YouTube. The link should be somewhere on my channel right now. Anyways, thank you guys on Twitter. The rest of the video will be on YouTube. Now, people, let's get the show on the road. What are we saying today? Today is a big day because it looks like the Ben White deal is pretty much close to being done. I'm not going to say welcome Ben White yet. There's going to be a welcome video when he actually officially signs. But right now, it's still pending. And this, to me, is one of the first pieces to the puzzle. We should be happy. We should be excited. We should not be going crazy at the same time. We should be somewhat civil. But, hey, this is a good sign. This is something good. And I'm genuinely happy. I'm genuinely happy. So let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show happening. And I'm going to add the people in right now. Who do I have with me? I got James with me. I got Willie with me. And I got Dean with me. How you guys doing?
We good, brother. We good. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good.
It, bro. Arsenal checked the player off the list. We got the center back situation sorted for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. What do you guys think?
Egal.
100%, 4 or 5 years easy.
Egal. If we're spending $50 million on Ben White, we obviously have money to spend.
Confirmed. If we're spending $50 million on Ben White, we got money to blow.
To be honest, for me, the only thing, first of all, big up Egal and James and this brother Willie. For me, when I will be very happy is, of course, this one I'm very happy. But Bissouma signing, when I see Bissouma holding that shot, you know, that jersey, I'll be very happy. Wallah.
You know, the Bissouma links have really died down these last couple of weeks, so I don't see us getting him. I feel like Camavinga is a more realistic target from what is being said.
Yeah, I think Camavinga is the main target. If we don't get Camavinga, I think Bissouma will be a player we go for.
Yeah. Also,
okay. Can we stop? How are we not starting with the man himself? How?
The GOAT Ben White?
Okay, I'm now starting to get a little excited. I don't know why. I'm starting to get a little bit excited now. When I think about it, Ben White is not this exciting signing, but Ben White is going to be an Arsenal player pretty much. It looks like he's going to be done and dusted, and I'm quite excited at the fact that we're going to not only be getting a good center back, but we're going to be getting an English proven footballer. Who's played in the Premier League proven. We know what he can bring to the table. And if people are paying $50 million for John Stones and Harry Maguire, Ben White is a steal because the
Yeah.
market has definitely
Insanely
been
inflated.
brought down. If this was pre-COVID, Ben White would have cost easily over 50 million. Let's be real.
Yeah. Also, Ben White for me, I'm very happy that he last season he was playing for Brighton, because, for example, if he was playing maybe in the Championship or maybe another league, maybe I could have doubted a bit. But he has proven in the Premier League, even though it was one season. I'm quite happy, to be honest. Bring it on, that signing.
Even back when he played at Leeds.
Willie, what about you? Ben White, what are you saying?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you guys know this, but when Ben White was at Leeds, bro, he was a baller. Him and Phillips were completely turning up at Leeds. I'm actually really excited too, bro. Trust me. This guy, he's really good on the ball. He's really good defensively. There are those clips of him falling down to the ground with Rashford, but, he was doing his job, I'm actually so excited, man. He carries the ball forward. And one thing for me is, since we haven't been linked to right backs, I have a feeling that they might try to play him as a right back. But that's just a theory of mine. It's a little theory, but you never know. But I'm excited.
His only weakness is his aerial ability.
We need a right back, to be honest. We need a right back.
We need a real right back. Let's be real. We're not signing a 50 million pound center back to play him at right back. That's ridiculous.
He plays.
What do you think?
He's
big up to people. Yo. Okay, first things first. Who is Ben White? We have to find out who Ben White is, right? We need to learn a little bit about Ben White. Do we know about Ben White's career, boys and girls?
Yeah, it was from this small team. It was something county. I don't know. Newport County.
Newport.
Yeah. He started his career at Brighton. He was in the Southampton Academy originally, but he started his professional career at Brighton. He went on loan. His first time playing football, he went on loan at Newport County, right?
Yes.
After going on loan at Newport County from 2017-2018, he then made another loan to Peterborough United. Now, after that, he went to Leeds for a season. Once Leeds got promoted, Brighton said, you know what, we're going to give him a chance for 1 year. He performed so well that now Arsenal decided to pay £50 million for Ben White. Not only did Arsenal decide to pay £50 million for Ben White, but Arsenal also decided to change their whole approach. Everything that we were used to do before, we've changed. So when we're spending this type of money on a center back, this is a breath of fresh air, because this shows that there's more to come. And this has been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Ben White to Arsenal, it has been confirmed by numerous sources. This is not me making stuff up. I know you guys like to say aggregators this, aggregators that. If you look in the comment section, you can, if you look in the description, you'll see Ben White to Arsenal has pretty much been confirmed by David Ornstein. It's a £50 million bid that has been accepted by Brighton. That is what they're saying. This has been said by the guy from Sky. AJ Woods has said Arsenal have had a £50 million bid for Ben White accepted by Brighton. And this right here is a beautiful sign. So people, let's get this show on the road. What are we saying about the man himself, Ben White? People in the chat, this is your time to shine. Let's get this show on the road. Now, we got people saying hi. We got a lot of people saying hello. Big up to the people. I see a lot of new faces. I love that. I love to see a lot of new faces. I hope Ben White puts what? D Rose on the bench. Who's that? Who's that?
Who the fuck is that?
Okay. I don't think we're getting Basuma. By the way, Basuma was also confirmed that it's still on. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't see that. Oh my goodness, that makes me happy.
So let's go through some of these tweets, because you guys want to see some of these tweets, right? Today, oh my days, today was mad. Today was absolutely mad. So absolutely mad. First things first. Do you guys realize Ben White is the most expensive center back signing Arsenal have ever made, and the fourth most expensive signing Arsenal have ever made if the deal goes through? If the deal goes through, this is what we know about Ben White. Look at this. This is what we'll know about Ben White. Ben White, after Nicolas Pepe, after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, after Lacazette, Ben White is number 4 on the list. Will be costing around £50 million. Is he worth $50 million?
100%.
Yeah, I actually think that we're gonna buy a player for more money. I don't think he's gonna stay there. I think
No,
we're gonna.
he's asking if the valuation for Ben White is a problem.
I
I
would
think that's pretty good, to be honest, especially for
Forte.
an
I would
English.
have preferred Forte.
Listen, we don't pick the prices, and
Yeah, we
it's not
don't.
our money. We can judge the player once he's here. As of right now, financially, I thought it would be more smart if the club actually paid for players that were actually in their actual positions.
Yeah.
So if we're going to get a center back, this is the center back. If we're going to get a right back, we need to get an actual right back. We're not going to play him as a right back. That's just my opinion. But yeah, continue.
All those people are saying how much Rashford dropped him on his ass. Like every defender gets embarrassed. Like Pepe dribble past Van Dijk, Robertson doesn't make them shit defenders. It's just every defender gets beaten.
Also, I want to add one thing, Egal, okay? This is a great point, okay? Also, every player start his career somewhere, whether it's a small club. People are saying, oh, he's from Brighton, he's flop. Don't judge, don't judge. Because if you see, like, for example, Robertson, he was playing for Hull City before.
That's true.
Hull City. There is a lot of players who improved when they go to a big club, And I think the same, that Ben White will take us forward. I'm not saying that to win the Premier League, but maybe top 4, you're up there. Yeah. I'm saying like that.
You know what excites me about this signing is the fact that normally what we tend to do is we tend to sign old players that are experienced in the league. An example would be like a David Luiz or William and stuff like that. But for us signing,
Pablo Mari is not leaving. Someone said English tax. Of course, it's English tax. But continue.
But it excites me at the fact that we're actually signing a young player who's experienced in the Prem, who's shown that he can do it day in, day out. And like that just excites me, bro. Like we're no longer going for these older players. It shows that there's some sort of movement going forward in the club, as well as like this officially shows us that we have money to spend. We really have money to spend, and it just excites me, bro. I highly rate Ben White. When the news broke out about him, I was excited because when he was at Leeds, I was like, why don't Arsenal try to snake Ben White and Phillips? Because Phillips is another great player as well, and he went to Brighton. I didn't think we would get him, but now we got him, bro. I'm ecstatic, man. I'm happy, bro.
Yo, big up to people, big up everybody. Gunner Express, what you doing, bro? And people, smash that like button. Do I have to tell you guys? You guys should be able to just do it.
Big up Gunner Express.
Anyways, continue. Gunner Express, what are you saying?
Yeah, big up, guys. How are we all?
Is Ben White the best center back in the English game right now?
If and when, because it's going to be a when, not a matter of if anymore. When he signs for Arsenal, yes, he is. He's the best centre back in world football. He's the highest potential centre back. He's the next Campbell. He's the next Adams. He's the next Maldini. It's all what it is. Because as I said, shameless FC. I get called shameless all the time, and that's what I like. I want to be shameless because I'm an Arsenal fan. And right now, we can't celebrate title wins, but we can celebrate being shameless, and that's something I'm going to do. Again, I'm not his biggest fan, and it's not the fact that I don't think he's good. I just think, again, I get why we're spending 50 million on him. I get why, but I just don't think we should. I don't think he's as good as people make out. Doesn't mean that he's not good. I think it's just the English media. They do this all the time. They make out that these English players are the best of the best, better than everybody else. And the only reason the English media do this is so when these players do flop, the English media can make fun of them. That's all they do. They do it for clicks and likes, and that's how they act, and they have done this for years.
Express.
But he'll improve us. I'm not saying he won't. He will. He's a better player than Holden. He is better than David Luiz. He's better than Gabriel. It's optional whether you want to say he's better than Saliba or not. But look, as I said already, and I said it on your space earlier, Egal, I'm talking all this shit. You can probably go through all your old videos and see me saying I don't want him and he's rubbish and this and that. But I will tell you this now. As soon as he signs for Arsenal, I'm being genuine at this point. I already know he's going to be my favourite centre-back at the club because I like players and centre-backs that play forward. That's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
So I already know he's going to be my favourite, bro. He's going to be my favourite.
Can I show the people who are saying this is not done?
I think it's virtually done.
The bid has been accepted by Brighton for the English midfielder and the not midfielder, center back, right? I'm thinking about Basuma. Where's the Basuma one? Here's the Basuma one, and I had to double check and tell people about it. So here, this guy right here has confirmed. And by the way, he works for Sky. This guy, right? So
Yeah, where's
he's
the Bissouma?
confirmed
Where you see
£50
Bissouma?
million bid for Brighton midfielder, right? Center back. And he also confirmed that Arsenal are still in for Bissouma. Where is it? Let me show you right here. When asked, for those asking, Bissouma is on Arsenal's midfield list. He's not a priority. However, Arsenal are looking at a different type of midfielder to play along Thomas Partey.
We
At
want
the moment,
Camavinga. That's who Arsenal want.
he's still on the list. Doesn't mean just because he's doesn't mean he's not we're not looking at him anymore. We're still looking at him. We're still interested in him. It is a possibility, but there's a lot of things that are going on today. A lot of things, and we got to talk about it. Here's one thing that a lot of people have been doing, and I feel like it's not good to do, but a lot of people have been comparing Saliba and what do you call it, Ben White. So the thing is, Ben White is superior in one thing: pressures.
Egal. Let's remember, Gabriel's not gonna be for the first couple of games, so you won't be surprised if you see Ben White and Saliba play together for the first 2 games.
I was just gonna say that, bro, because
No.
the Olympics.
No.
Because Ben White can play on the left side of defense.
Okay, can I say this, Egal? Gabriel was having bad season last season. This season, he has to improve. This season that just finished it, for him, it was learning season. I wanted him, Gabriel, and this guy, Ben White, to start. Saliba is young, Saliba is young, so we cannot rush.
Saliba will get playing time, I think.
Yo, we got Aslan in the cut. Aslan, what you saying?
They got pass.
Yo, let me just pick up some of the people in the comment section.
Yo,
My
what's
guy
good,
here
people on the
tell
panel?
him
How's
Aslan,
Tell him Chambers
Big
will
up.
be right back. No right back incoming. That's a big mistake. No right back comes in. Let's just look at this comment right here. Matthew Render saying basically this is it. No right backs coming in. I don't know about that. What do you guys think?
So
Wait, I think when Bellerin leaves, we'll hear more about right backs. I agree. I don't think we'll sign a right back. Not that it's difficult. I get people saying we should sign one, and I agree. But there's not many out there that fit what we want. Other than Baku, there's really not many, and I don't see the club getting Baku. So I just see us sticking this season, and then maybe next season looking at a Baku, maybe looking at someone that's new and upcoming, etc. Because there's just not many out there that fit our style. Like Celik maybe, but he's not good enough. We've seen that he's not what we want. So
you know who'd be a
it's a
good
weird
signing
one,
right
but-
now for a low price would be Jesus Corona. My guy's a very
No.
Yeah, from
But he
Portsmouth.
doesn't play there, bro. But he doesn't play there. He's
more of a winger.
He's originally a winger, yes, but when he's normally plays at the right back position, he plays more of an inverted role or an overlapping role, which could help us out immensely. And I feel like that'd be a good temporary fix because you guys got to think about it. Would you guys rather Jesus Corona or Bellerin? Like, let's be honest. What would you guys
It's
prefer?
the Premier League. I don't know.
I'd
I'd rather a
Chambers.
real right back.
I'd rather Callum Chambers.
I mean, Conte is a good shout.
Yeah,
I'd
Chambers.
rather us get a real right back than play Jesus Corona at right back. But today we're not talking about Jesus Corona. Today we're talking about Ben White. I want to ask everybody here: does Ben White improve us, and how? I'm going to start with you, James. James. Okay, James not there.
Hello.
Let me
James,
go.
Yeah.
How does Ben White improve us?
Nah, he does improve us. He's definitely better than Rob Holding. I think he's better than Gabriel. I rate Gabriel still. He had his first season, but he definitely improves us. So he's good for playing out from the back, progressing the ball. That's what Guna Express said as well. Like he's known for that. So yeah, I think he is an improvement. So
okay, as a David Luiz replacement, does this make sense? Getting a young English up and coming center back for I know a ridiculous amount of money, but as an English player meeting the English quota, does this not make a lot of sense, Aslan? Hello, Aslan, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like with the whole Ben White thing, look, I understand why the club want to identify this type of player. One, he's English. Two, he's played in the Premier League. I wouldn't say he's as experienced, but he understands the Premier League. And because of his age, I think we're obviously planning for the future. Do I see him being as good as David Luiz. Time will tell. But I feel, you know, he's going to add competition, healthy competition. And yeah, you know, hopefully our world-class right back in Callum Cafu Chambers, you know, he can come and give him healthy competition, and maybe Chambers could, you know, improve Ben White, and or maybe they can build a possible partnership as that right centre back and right back defensive line. So yeah, I'd welcome it, but again, I hope this is a statement of intent as our first signing, and it would show to the fan base and just the football world in general that look, this summer we mean business.
Yeah, we definitely do. Muhtin, what do you think about Ben White's
Yeah,
£50
bro.
million transfer? And
For
are
me,
you-
when I see Ben White, to be honest, immediately I remember Andy Robertson from when he was coming from Hull City. Then he come to Liverpool. I think that the way he did, Robertson, he has improved. I think so. For me, the same as Ben White. He will he's he's calm on the ball, and also he's a good defender. And Gabriel, this season, Gabriel was having bad season last season. As I said, I think Gabriel will improve, and they will be good together. Yeah, but we have to get a right back for sure.
Okay, and then Willie, you've already said what you think about. You already said what you think about him, but to the people who say this is an underwhelming signing or this is a bad signing, what do you think?
I don't think it's a bad signing, man, because the way I'm looking at it and the way people should look at it is that this is more of a like-for-like replacement for David Luiz. You know, the main reason a lot of people are saying this is a bad signing or not rating the signing is because of the fact that Saliba is the whole Saliba situation. You know, but personally to me, I think this is more of a like-for-like signing for David Luiz. And I feel that's great. And when you guys are talking about Gabriel, I think for Gabriel's first season in the Premier League, I think he did great. He did have his little slip-ups, you know, but having a Ben White there and Saliba and Gabriel in the back line, it definitely gives a lot of competition for the back lines, you know, versus when we had like a Mustafi and so on and so forth. We all knew Mustafi was not, like, there's no way he was better than most of the center backs that we've had. So for me, I don't see why you'd hate on this signing. Yeah, 50 million might be a lot, but at the same time, it's like you said, Egal, like we don't put the pricing on these players. These players' pricing are based off performance and how they do, as well as their nations. But I think it's a good signing, you know?
Okay. And for everybody watching on Facebook, for all 100 of you guys, come join us on YouTube. I'm going to end the video now on YouTube. And I mean, not on YouTube, on Facebook. And you guys can come join us. The link is right there. Anyways, continuing, moving on to the final question. When we all sat here last time and we said thumbs up or thumbs down on Ben White for 45 million, we said no. Now that we know that he's coming, does he start right away for us? I think he does.
I think so too. I think he could take Rob Holding's spot instantly. Rob Holding didn't play last season.
You there? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man, bro? You good?
Chilling. We're just talking about Ben White and how he starts right away in this team, and there's no question about it. Like, in my opinion, no one's really questioned it yet. Do you agree?
No doubt about it. He starts in the team. Listen, I keep saying it to people. I'll say it again. I don't feel the likes. I know people saying, but we gave Rob Holding a new contract. But if a good enough bid comes in, Rob Holding's gone. I think a lot of these players are not safe. But when we're spending 50 mil on a player, a proven Prem player, you go straight to a starting lineup.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would be absolutely ludicrous for us to make such a huge investment and then for him to be warming up the bench.
Yeah,
that would just be crazy. So, yeah, you know, if we're going to make that type of investment, for sure, I mean, I'd like to think so that he would be a main starter.
£50 million. That's our fourth biggest ever transfer. Like, there's no way on earth we're bringing him in as a bench player. We told him he's a starter. He's coming here to start week in, week out, or else he would have never came.
Definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah. And anyone who's saying he's starting at right back, it makes no sense spending £50 million on a guy who we're gonna buy a real right
no
back.
sense, man. It makes no sense, bro. We have to get a right back, bro. We have to get
No. I'm not saying he's gonna play as right back, but today I seen a tweet where he eloquently put how this guy could play as a right-sided center back, right side center back of a back three. He could play as a right midfielder, right back, and he could play as a DM. And I'm like, to me, if you're spending that type of money on a player, you have to buy him with the knowing that he's going to play as his best position, which is center back.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
You guys are aware that he's played right wing back for Brighton, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. He has played that. People are saying we need to sign Denzel Dumfries. Yo, everyone's come on the bandwagon, Kesh. They're late.
Listen, a lot of people are late. I've been bigging him up for a while, but I don't think it will be a good signing for us. Like, he's a flying player. He flies down the wing. He helps out. He's an outlet. But I feel on that right back position, I do feel we're looking for someone a bit more on the technical side. You can unlock the likes of Pepe, little balls in over the channel to Pepe to run onto. Just someone with a bit more creative ideas. I don't think Dumfries is that guy. No,
I don't rate Dumfries like that, to be honest with you. From what I've seen of him, he's been very clumsy. Like, he's clunky on the ball. Defensively, he gets caught out, which is why whenever he does play in his national team, they always use him as a wing back because they know that defensively he's just not the greatest. For me, like, the biggest signing we can make at the right back position at the moment would be the likes of a Baku or actually, there's not many good right backs out there if you really think about it either.
A lot of people would like Baku, but one thing I'll tell you is these targets come and go. The moment we find another right back that suits the mold that we need, that is of the right age. Remember, just a couple of weeks ago, I was all over Cilic. He had He had a terrible Euros, and immediately everyone's saying he's not good.
He's a good player. Man. He's a good player. Like, you can't compare what he's doing in his international team to what he's doing for club. Like, you didn't even see the guy go past the halfway line for Turkey. You see a different sort of player when he plays for Lille. So I don't really think you can judge him off what you've seen over the last few weeks.
It's actually the opposite.
And with the whole, like referencing Celik on his performances on, international level, most recently just on the recent 3 games he had in the group stages, I think that's highly unfair. Look, I'm not claiming that I've watched him week in, week out, but from what I heard of him representing at club level for Lille, he had an outstanding season. And, we all know what Lille done. They're the crown champions of Ligue 1. And, so, like, if we are going to dissect his ability or his performances, it has to be over club level form, over international form. So,
listen,
but yeah, I mean, but touching on Dumfries, I mean, like where Willie just touched on him playing as a right wing back for Holland. Has he? I mean, Kesh, you have sounds like you have a better idea because you suggested him from a while back. Like, at club level, does he play a right wing back or is he more of a fullback?
He plays as a fullback for club level. Like, when I was speaking about him, I think Emery was still in charge. And if you saw what Emery was doing with the 3 at the back, he suited it to a T. But with what Arteta wants to do, it wouldn't work with Dumfries, no.
Okay. What about the fact that Dumfries basically is like another winger? He would take up too much of that right wing, and we would have to play with a back 3.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. But Dumfries is okay. So final take. Everyone agree with Kesh? Everyone thumbs down or thumbs up?
Yeah, I agree with Kesh. Yes.
So thumbs down.
Everyone, look, he's a good player, but let's be honest, everybody's only getting excited because of what he's actually done in the Euros. Nobody knows anything about him.
Exactly.
I know Kesh does, and a few others will, but a lot of the people gassing him up, you've only seen him in the Euros. Like, a lot of people will say Locatelli's crap. A game later, he's the best midfielder on the planet. So the Euros and the World Cup are full of reactionary people. They're going to gas players, and then a day later, that player's rubbish. Like,
Hold on. Locatelli
over
is
the
actually a
Euros,
class
you just got
player,
to be
bro.
careful. No, he is. No, I know. I've been saying Locatelli's amazing before the Euros, but after that first match, everybody was saying lock off the telly, he's rubbish. He then scored twice in the second game, and all those same people are calling him the best midfielder on the planet. So it's the fact that it's so reactionary. Like, some Arsenal fans are saying we should buy Yaremchuk. I bet these Arsenal fans saying that don't even know what club he plays for. You're only saying this because of what they're doing in the Euros, and I get that, but you can't, and like what Kesh was saying, and you can't go, as I was saying with Chelik, you can't go off of that player off of international duty. You've got to look at what they're doing for their club. And Dumfries, even what he does for PSV, just wouldn't suit Arsenal. Not that he's a bad player, just wouldn't suit what we need.
Okay, I'm gonna move it on swiftly because we're gonna get back to Ben White in a bit because we're gonna be talking about Saliba. But before we do that, I'm not sure if you guys seen the update on Jonathan Isak. There's been an update. It's kind of a crazy update too. So on an article written about Real Madrid, it specifically stated how Arsenal have contacted the agent, okay, and how Arsenal have been contemplating to actually pay the release clause of £60 million to end any negotiation talks between them and Real Sociedad. So before even why do I still have this picture up? Sorry guys. So Jonathan Isak could possibly be headed to Arsenal, but in my opinion, the deal is not going to be done for this summer. It's going to be done for the following summer, but they're preparing it. And what they're saying is they could be paying the full 60 million up front, and it would have to be directly dealt with La Liga again. So they're going to La Liga straight, saying forget about the middleman. This kind of business. Just think about that. We did this one time, I think, with Pate. I can't think of the last time we did this, and now we might be doing it a second time with an even higher fee. 60 million for. Can I get the actual article so you guys hear what it says? This is what it actually says. So let me play it. Where is it? Why does it keep moving? Sorry, guys. What's going on with this thing?
I've seen that article you're talking about.
Yeah,
how we've been rivaling Madrid and stuff like that, which is really interesting.
You know how when you're on, when you're on Twitter and it just starts moving mad? That's what it just did, right? Anyways, who's taking him though? While I'm trying to sort this out.
I would personally, as a long-term target, I definitely would. But what we need right now at the club's an instant impact this season. So it's like I don't think we have time to let him develop, because if he plays bad, the whole club itself is just gonna go down south, you know. But like if we weren't in the circumstance we were in, I would take him in the heartbeat. Kid's really good on the ball, especially for his height, great pace, great finishing.
Gunnar Express, you taking Isak?
Well, yeah, I kind of echo what Willie just said. I mean, I know I've said before that I don't want Lacazette or Aubameyang at the club. I would get rid of them both. In terms of taking Isak instead of them, no, because again, he only scored 17 goals, which is the same amount as Lacazette needs, and we need more than that from a striker. And I get that. I get the fact that he's young and stuff, and I'm not basing that off of, him as a player, but he hasn't scored. That's his highest scoring season, and we need someone who can score more than that right now. Because for me, if we don't get into at least Europe this season, we could be finished, because so many players are going to look at it and say, right, this is now the third season where you haven't earned Europe through the league, and the second season where you aren't actually in it at all. Saka, Smith Rowe, all these players are going to say, why should I be here anymore? You're not a European club, so we need Europe. Champions League is a must. Europa League, still not good enough, but it's better than not obviously being in it. So we need those impact players. We need people who are just going to come in, instantly do well. And I think, even though for me, Aubameyang is finished at a top level, I still think if in the right system, he can get at least 20 goals. And then if you rotate him with the likes of Martinelli and Lacazette as well, we should be fine in that striking role. But like I said, future player, and I know you keep bringing this up, Egal. Next season is where I think we're going to be looking to buy him, not this season. And I'd take him next season, definitely, because he's a very good player. He needs to improve his clinicalness. For me, watching him in the Euros, and again, it's not the best way to base it off, but from what I've seen recently, he's just not very clinical. He does everything but actually score the goal. So, but that can be improved. You know, he's 21. That can be improved. So.
Yeah, and
Look at
piggybacking
this
off
comment. This comment is spot on, you know. Going straight to La Liga saves you the headache of going back and forth.
Yeah,
and
it's the negotiation. It's out the door. That's I think that I've seen the article as well, Egal, and I think that's what they were trying to say was that Arsenal just don't want to negotiate. They know there's other clubs snooping around. Arsenal just want it done, kind of thing, which is smart. I'd rather us do that than negotiate because that
When
can
was the
just
last
take
time
time.
you did that? Before Pate?
I don't even know. I don't think we've done that in ages since Barca.
We haven't done that in a while, bro. Like that kind of is showing you where the ambition of the club is at the moment. You know, they're noticing that we need to improve, and I don't know. That's one thing that makes me happy. You know, being able to see us actually do something with ourselves, having actual movement, and piggybacking off of what Gunnar said, he's right, man. If Isaac comes in and doesn't score right away, bro, the Arsenal fans are ruthless. They're gonna chop his head off, bro. The stuff they're gonna say about him is gonna be crazy.
One thing I will say is, listen, you can say he's young and last season was his first season scoring 17 goals and it's identical to Lacazette. But remember, this is a kid that is probably in his third professional season in a top league, if I'm remembering right, because he was at Dortmund. Then last year was his first year at Real Sociedad, I think. And this season that just gone was his third. This kid is only going to grow. He's only going to grow. You can say wait until next season. I'm not saying he's the be end all to get this season because I do feel Aubameyang will do a lot better than he did last season. So it's not, oh, if you don't get his sack, it's a horrible thing or a terrible thing. We can wait till next season, but next season we will have competition. If we manage to move the likes of Lacazette or someone else, then why not get him in from now?
Let me ask you this. I'm interested in this question. I'm sorry. Let's just move on from this thing until I find the article. Renato Sanchez. What are you guys saying?
It's a great point, to be honest. Renato Sanchez, he has improved, as he said. When he was playing Swansea, I think he didn't play well in the Premier League. And for me, I think he improved for me. Even though I was not watching the Lille for the season, but I've watched him in the Euro some games. He really impressed me.
Kesh, you watched the French league. Tell me, have you seen enough of him to say he's improved enough to play for Arsenal?
He's good enough to play for us, but I'm kind of in two different minds of what sort of profile we need. We need someone who can, for me, I think we need someone who can speed up our play, dictate it, knows when to slow it down, knows when to speed it up, and also get amongst the goals. I'm not really sure. He's more of a box to box. That's something that Partey himself can do, in my opinion.
So you're not sold on him. Let me go to the next person. James, what about you? Renato Sanchez, thumbs up or thumbs down? People in the chat, I want to see people in the chat.
We're not linked to them, but yeah, he's proper. I'll take him.
We are linked to him. Liverpool are supposedly have already bought him.
That
Remember?
Was from like December, that was rumored.
Yeah, from December they said Liverpool already bought him, but I don't know how true that is.
Nah, but he's real good. I really like him. I always liked him.
Yeah, so you're saying thumbs up?
Yeah.
So we got one thumbs up, one thumbs down. Willie? Thumbs up for Renato Sanchez or thumbs down? What are you saying? Is this guy here? No, Willie's not there.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Muhdin.
Bro, for me, thumbs up, man. Thumbs up.
Okay. And then Gunnar Express?
Yeah, I've been talking about him for a while. I know that he's not what we need in terms of a DM. But I just like him. I keep every time anybody said, who would you get instead of Basuma? I mentioned Sanchez as not a player to get instead of Basuma, but as a player I would like. I think he's very good. He won the Golden. I think did he win the Golden Boy Award a few years ago? I think he did.
Yeah, he did win it.
Yeah, and then obviously went to Bayern, did decent there, got sent away, and I think a lot of people saying Bayern are going in for him again. I don't see him going back to Bayern. The way they treated him, the way they threw him out the club and loaned him out to Swansea when he wanted better, he won't go back to Bayern Munich. I'm sorry, he won't. He won't get playtime there either. And he's open market right now. And again, I don't see us getting him, unfortunately, because I don't think he's needed. But yeah, I would definitely take him if we could. But yeah, he's quality.
Does he fit into a double pivot, though? I don't think he does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the issue. I don't think he'd play unless you were to drop Partey, in which I probably wouldn't. But just as like a future kind of player, I would definitely have him. But again, I don't see him sitting on our bench. I don't see him starting over Partey, and I don't see us buying him. I mean, there was that report from was it Gerbil Football Egal? Because and you might instantly think, oh, Gerbil Football, that just sounds like a troll account. They were the ones that actually broke that Raul was sacked before anybody else. So they've got some credibility with Arsenal, some, not all, but they were tweeting out saying Arsenal were linked to a midfielder under 25 with Premier League experience who's not on the radar, and a lot of people are instantly saying it's Renato Sanchez. Doesn't mean it is, but it's a big rumour. And again, he's available. Liverpool want him. I don't see why we wouldn't be linked, but I think it's agent talk. I think he's had a great... yeah, I'll find it and I'll send you it in the group. But yeah, he's had a great Euros, and I said this on the space. He's going to be linked to everybody because he had a great Euro group stage. He's been incredible. He's going to want a better move. He's going to be linked to Chelsea, us, Liverpool, Tottenham, United. He's going to be linked to everybody. So again, it's yet to be seen whether we buy him, but I doubt it. I don't think we need him.
Okay, so I found the Isak story. So just before we finish off this story, Aslan, you're the last one. Is it a thumbs up or thumbs down for you for Renato Sanchez? Aslan, you there? I'm telling you, everyone's going.
Weekend, man. Weekend.
It's not the weekend. It's Thursday, no?
Sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
it's Thursday, bro.
I have myself on mute. Sorry, yeah. So with Renato Sanchez, look, there's no denying the guy's talent and his this past season. He was a key figure in Lille's title-winning success. So, I mean, I can't deny his skill set. He's a very good player. I just feel for Arsenal, he's not the player that we need. There's other midfielders out there that I feel that that are more necessary than Renato Sanchez. So, just on those reasons, it's a thumbs down from me. But a top quality player.
Okay, so I put a poll in the chat. Anyone, I'm gonna run that poll for the next 7 minutes. You guys let us know what you think. Okay, so I just want to get back to the Isak story quickly. If you guys don't know, I found the story, and this is how it goes. Right, this is how it goes.
As Arsenal have been in touch with Alexander Isak's agent and informed him they are willing to go all the way to sign him if the player himself wants to join Arsenal. Arsenal are considering paying his release clause to avoid entering negotiations.
So that's that story, right? Now, with that story being said, there's also been some other stories that we're not going to be so happy about, right? There's been stories about Houssem Aouar and thing. There's been stories about Van De Beek. There's been stories about Isak. There's been stories about Locatelli. But there's one story I want to begin with. There's one story that I want to begin with that I feel like is a little bit more damning. Did you guys hear about the Barcelona link again with Coutinho? And what do you guys think about that? Do you think this is just at this point it's fake?
I think it's bullshit.
Agent talk.
Bullshit.
Because Fabrizio Romano said there's 100% Arsenal have never contacted Coutinho.
It's agent talk ago. Again, it's him wanting a move. He's going to link us to Arsenal. He'll probably be linked to, 4 other teams, and it's just a way of getting other teams that actually want him moving quicker because they think that Arsenal are interested, or they think Liverpool or whoever else are interested. I think there was one that said Leicester were interested the other day, and I'm like, why? And I know that they might be selling Maddison, but they don't need Coutinho. Like, it makes literally no sense. So it's just agent talk. I mean,
Is it fake
I'll
news or
say
real
this
news?
and we'll see. But for me, fake news. For me, fake news.
Everyone agrees. Fake news. Keep it moving.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Bullshit, man.
Yeah, fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Fake
We're
news.
going bullshit, innit?
Yeah, bullshit.
No one disagrees there. Let's get into this. This is where I was going to show you guys next. Why is it not loading? You guys can see my profile, right?
Who is this guy, man? Don't follow this guy, man. This guy's a fraud, bruv.
Who, me?
Yeah, it's some bookie ITK.
So
Do you know
I
what I
want to
mean?
talk about these two brothers and how supposedly they're on the priority list for Arsenal. So Arsenal's two priority signings could possibly be Houssem Aouar in the attacking third and Camavinga in the deep role next to Partey. What do you think?
Aouar is gonna come.
What?
Aouar is not a come.
I know he's not, but they're gonna play him as a wide creator probably.
Nah, I don't think we want. I don't think Aouar's coming. I think we
You
have a
don't
better chance.
Is Aouar a wide creator or is he more of a central? Like, isn't he a traditional 8?
He's a midfielder, part of a 3.
You play him as a what's it called? As an 8. I've seen him play as a 6. I've also seen him play off the left. He fits the profile. I think he's a player that can probably play off the left and play that role that Mikel Arteta seems to like, where the player comes inside and Tierney goes out wide. I do feel he fits that profile. He's a technical player. He can create.
Bro, why are you disrespecting Koundé like that?
Why are you disrespecting me, bro? The fuck?
I'm joking.
Enough of the banter, guys. Enough of the banter. Yo, people, come on, let's smash this like button. Let's get it over at least 60 likes. Kesh, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, and obviously with rumors that his fee has dropped off to about 20 million, I don't think it's something that Arsenal will be looking to immediately do. But maybe if we get most of our business done and, there's a bit more money left, I could see the club actually trying to get that deal over the line.
Okay. So let's play a game, right? I'm just going to name a player and you tell me what you think is going to happen with their future, right? Because we have a bunch of players who we don't know what's going on with their future. But one player we do know what's going on with their future today. We found out that Mavropanos is going to Stuttgart. What do we think about Mavropanos leaving the club? And is anyone upset?
No, I think it's an excellent
deal. I am. I'm very upset. I mean, look, age-wise, he's coming into his he's approaching his mid-20s. Well, I mean, I know he's 23, but like he's an experienced centre-back, and we've heard nothing short of praise of his 2 loan spells in the Bundesliga. I feel that he wasn't given a fair chance at Arsenal. But look, I understand they've made a decision. They've sold him or they've loaned him with an obligation to buy. And for me, like I've been banging on about, look, whoever we sell, we have to dictate the terms of that sale. So when it comes to these negotiations, where they've put in the a percentage buyback, a percentage sell-on clause.
Yeah.
So like I'm happy that we're doing these types of things because for far too long we've been messed about or like we've got the short end of the deal. So yeah, like it's good news on that front. And I wish him all the best. All the best to him in Germany and his career in the future.
Facts. Okay, so I just want to know, anyone echo those thoughts or everyone pretty much saying, I personally think we are getting rid of a guy who, in my opinion, is better than Rob Holding. and we should. But the thing is, we're stuck with Rob Holding because of the English quota, and we could have kept Mavropanos, but we can't have too many international players, and that's the problem right here.
I don't see a problem with it. Like, I know we're saying we could keep him, or he's better than Rob Holding, but at the same time, if we're looking at saying that White and Saliba are the ones going to be competing for the right side of defense, then there's no need to keep him Mavropanos, because then you got Gabriel who's on the left. I don't think he's that great. I think he's an okay defender. He played last year in a back three also, so we don't know what he's going to be like in a back four. Listen, I know a lot of fans are saying we didn't get enough for him, but I think it's a very good deal. You're looking at about 7 mil. Then you got the bonuses that could come into play, which would take up to about 8 or 9 mil, and the selling clause. So if he does do well over there, you could potentially be getting at least 15 mil for him, close to that. So it's not a bad deal.
No, it's an agreed obligation for 5 mil.
No, it's an agreed obligation, but at the same time, it's what's it called?
It's not even an agreed obligation.
No,
it's
if
they get relegated, which they won't get relegated. So yeah, it's an obligation in that sense. But if they somehow get relegated, then he's still probably our player if they don't choose to buy him. But yeah, I echo both sides in a sense that I understand the price. I would have liked more, but I kind of agree with Kesh. There are incentives there, such as the sell-on clause. Like, you can't ask for 15 million and the sell-on clause. It's either, take the 15 mil or take the 7 mil with sell-on clause. And I'd probably rather take the sell-on, because he's probably going to sell for more than 15 if they were to sell him on anyway.
And
so
look at it this way.
It's worth it.
Their record signing is only 9 mil. So
yeah, exactly.
We're not going to push them to go and
give
15 mil for him.
And the thing is as well, Kesh, I agree with what you're saying in terms of obviously I don't think I agree. We don't need him if we're going to be signing White. The one thing I'll say though is I think it means Rob Holding's gone. Personally, I think they would have probably tried to maybe keep him. So I think Rob Holding's gone, which instantly makes me happy. But one thing I'll say as well is I think a lot of people that are annoyed with this, they're saying like for the future, like, oh yeah, but we might need 3 centre backs. Like, so why can't we use him as well? People need to realise we have the likes of Dan Ballard, who's gone on loan, but he, for me, after this season, should be getting in the first team. He's good enough to get in the first team, hopefully from next season onwards. We've got the likes of Louis as well coming through. There's players that can come through our academy that can fill the role that we want Mavropanos to fill.
Yeah.
Again, if we weren't signing Ben White, I wanted to keep him. But now we're getting Ben White and we're getting rid of Rob Holding. I'm fine with it.
Express.
Okay. Let James speak.
Express. So you're happy, right, with Mari, Gabriel on your left and Saliba White on your right?
Mm-hmm.
Better, yeah, more than I would be with Holding if he was obviously.
Yeah,
still...
Holding is fucking shit. He can leave. I don't like him. He's gone. No one likes him. Yeah.
All right. Enough said. Mahteen, you're the last person to speak. What do you think?
Yeah, I like James. He's so blunt with it, isn't he? Like.
Muhyiddin, you're muted. Okay, Mahteen.
Martin.
Yo, Abdullah, what's going on? Okay, stop.
Sorry, bro. You said about Holding. You're talking Holding.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Mavropanos joining Stuttgart.
For me, as Aslan said, that he hasn't been given a chance, but at the same time, I think now we get Ben White. I think he can move on for me. But he hasn't been given a chance, so I don't know the way he plays. I cannot say that he's that type of one thing I know is that he cannot take us forward, up there. So 5 million, whatever money that comes, take it and then get a new right back, like that.
Enough said. Okay, so let's move on, people. There's a lot of stuff to get through, but I'm just gonna be straight to the point. Let's be real. Lokonga, Is this deal done? What are we saying?
Yeah, it is.
Do we think it's done? Like, or is it 100% confirmed?
It's done. It'll be done. So I'm telling you now, I got 14 mil, £3 million
It's
add-ons
Loka-
for
It's
17
Lokonga.
overall.
It's Lokonga a ball? Is he a box to box?
Box
He'll be
box,
like
yeah.
a backup. Yeah, I want him to do the celebration. I watch my profile picture. I
He
want
controls the
Yeah.
ball, right?
He's gonna be Partey's protege, I guess you could say. So when obviously
Yeah.
Partey's
Like his
27,
apprentice.
he's going 28. I think people forget this. Partey is not 25, 26. He's
Yeah,
28.
exactly.
So when he's probably got 2-3 years of quality football left in him. By that time, Lokonga will be about 24, into his prime. He'll have learned from Partey. Brilliant time to bring him through. So I think for me, the box-to-box area is covered for the next 6-7 years. You've got Partey for 2 or 3, Lokonga for the rest of them. Yeah, that for me would be
Well,
done. And then
That's
that's saying that we've got Aziz coming through as well. So we're
Yeah.
fine with that position.
The celebration is fucking cool.
Yeah, and people, big up to everybody on Twitter and on Facebook. Come join us for the rest of the video on YouTube. Now, enough about Lokonga. I'm gonna ask you, Kesh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Do you like that idea of that signing?
Wouldn't be my ideal signing. I do think it would help us next season. I do think he will get the goals. Is he elite? Will he make it to the elite level? No, I don't think so.
So for you, it's a thumbs down.
Listen, it all depends, innit? Like, it depends on who they can target. Like, as you said, they're targeting Isak. They're targeting Dominic Calvert-Lewin as potential to replace Aubameyang. Whether or not we can get both players to say yes, we'll come, it all depends. I don't know which one would be. I think more likely Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be up for coming. Isak, I do feel we will have options, and I do think Isak is up for sale. Though. That's one thing I would say, because I've read the article that Real Sociedad has offered to pay off Dortmund to get their what's called buyback clause, which Dortmund could buy him back for 30 mil. So I do feel that's just preparation. So when they do sell him, they get all the money to themselves.
Okay, boys, we've already spoken about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, all of us, but just to refresh and let the people know what your stance is. My stance is too much money for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not paying that much money for him. 80 to 70 million. Not in a million years would I pay for that for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I don't think his income, his first of all, if we spend that type of money, there's no way we're paying him 200 plus a week if we spend that type of money on a transfer. On top of that, Everton are trying to rob us. So there's no way that's happening. But I want to know, what is everyone's take on this? People in the chat, let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Egal. I said it before. We are not going to buy a striker this season. I'm telling you, we're not going to buy a striker in the summer. Because Aubameyang's not going anywhere. We have Martinelli, we have Balogun. Lacazette maybe might go, might not. But he is no one. We're not going to bring in a striker. Mark my words.
Okay, I hear you. And then everyone else, everyone just thumbs up or thumbs down. Gunnar Express.
For me, thumbs down, bro. Because for me, we don't need, bro, this guy. I don't rate him, man. Wallah, I don't rate him, man. It's only one season.
Man brought out the wallahi, you know.
I hate the way he runs, to be honest. I don't like him.
What?
He's fucking overrated. I've said so many times. Like, I just
You guys are harsh.
What is so special about him?
No, to be honest, first of all, he has a good season. For me,
No, he had a good start. Get it right. He had a good start.
Okay.
no, let's say good season. But the
Enough
way
about
Everton are
Dominic
playing,
Calvert-Lewin.
No,
Yo, Aslan, what's his name?
Onana.
Onana, what's his name? Onana, that's his name. Onana.
Yo, if we buy him, you'll better chant that in the stadium, huh?
Bro, the last person we had was
answer
Ospina. You know, when it came to goal kicks with, Ospina. So when we get Onana, we can carry on that same tradition. But yeah, like this guy, he ticks all the boxes for me. Both mentality-wise, attitude, character, and in terms of skill set and ability, he definitely suits the modern goalkeeper profile. Because look, since Pep and Klopp have come in, they've set that trend in having a ball playing goalkeeper. And with Arteta now coming to Arsenal, we've seen that he wants to implement that playing out the back system. This guy has great feet, great distribution. He's agile, very good shot stopper. And for me, he ticks all the boxes. Financially,
Not one box though.
Very sense.
Let me stop you right there. There's one box he does not tick in which the club wants. They want a goalkeeper who comes in who's homegrown. The club says Arsenal have not yet this is Football London. Chris Wheatley says Arsenal have not yet formulated a bid for Andre Onana because they are exploring the options for a homegrown goalkeeping option in the UK. Football London understands. So the reason why he might tick every single box for you, but is he from the UK? What color is his passport?
Okay. So my counter to that is last season we had Bern Leno as number 1. We had Matt Ryan as number 2, who wasn't homegrown or English. We had Runnison again. So going into this season, I'm not hearing that excuse. And if we don't re-sign Matt Ryan, the reports are he's going to Celtic. Cool. If we get rid of Runnison, I would much rather promote Arthur Okonkwo from the academy because I feel that at the age that he's at, I think 19, 20, Onana is like 5 years his senior. And after, I've referenced his interview. I don't know whether it was a Dutch league game or if it was a European game.
It was Spurs in the Champions League.
Okay, so on the back of that performance, in his post-match interview, the guy showed to me, or what he said, that we need as that strong someone with a strong mentality, with the character and attitude, because he took accountability on the mistakes that he made in that game. So this, not just as a keeper, but just as players in general, this is the type of profile of player that we need, because this summer, for me, it's much more important identifying players or who have got a stronger mentality over skill and ability.
Egal,
so I feel if he comes in, he will be a perfect role model for Arthur Okonkwo.
Egal, can I say something? Can I say two things? First thing, honestly, we can survive without a backup keeper till November because we don't have Europe. The most you play is a Carabao Cup game. So I think we could get Onana. And second thing, if anyone says they don't want Onana, you're wrong. Like, it's not an opinion, you're just wrong. Because he's better than Leno, he's better than all the keepers. And I agree with Arthur. I would like to see him get promoted too. Gotta be ruthless.
I hear that.
Onana.
Enough about Onana now. Moving on to the next topic, right? I want to ask you guys this. Is Onana, enough about Onana, but can we find an English goalkeeper at the price that's better than
Egal. That's the thing. It's not even a matter of price. Who is the best English goalkeeper? Nick Pope? Pickford? Are either of them good enough? No.
To me, there is Sam Johnson.
Johnston, no, come on, no. I'm sorry. If you want Johnston to start for Arsenal, I'm sorry. I'd rather keep Leno. Honestly, Johnston's good, right?
Okay. Enough about goalkeepers.
Egal, can I just say one quick thing? Yeah, my solution would be you get Onana, right, as the starter, but you obviously he's not going to be able to play till November. So second goalkeeper, I'd buy Johnston for second keeper because he's good, but not starting good. But if he's going to play backup, look, he's in the Championship right now. He can either go to bloody Palace or some shite team like that, or he can come to Arsenal, play second fiddle to Onana. Okonkwo can be the third choice. I'd promote him as well, but I'd have him as third choice. I don't think he's ready for second yet. And then after maybe a year or two, you sell Johnston, and then you make Okonkwo the second choice. So maybe Johnston here for 1 or 2 years to fill the quota, to give Okonkwo a little bit more experience, and then you move him on.
Okay, since Kesh hasn't been on for a while, I need to ask him his take on this. Cash, what do you think about the fact that we could get Riyad Mahrez and Raheem Sterling to Arsenal?
Fuck me.
I wouldn't take both. It would have to be one or the other. Don't see the point in taking both. Mahrez, old is he now?
30.
29,
30.
30. So the best you're gonna get out of him probably another 2 years. Sterling, what, 27?
27, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so listen, they're both quality signings. So I don't get when Arsenal fans are saying no to both of them. Like, really, look where we are. Like, are you turning your nose up on proven Premier League players who you know would drastically improve our team?
I don't think Sterling would, but I agree with Mahrez.
Yeah, Sterling is not good. Mahrez, Mahrez over. But Sterling is not
I
good.
personally would take Riyad Mahrez over Sterling. Is that crazy?
Nah.
I agree.
Mahrez is the better player. He's always been the better player.
But age, profile,
Mahrez is a better player. He is a better player.
Yeah, that's just fact.
Sterling would improve a team. I don't understand how you can say Sterling wouldn't, because what he would... Listen, we know he's not the best technically, or sometimes when he's in position, he's not the greatest, but what he is, he's a goal threat. He will score you goals. And Mahrez plays on the right-hand side, so are you looking to block the likes of Pepe, who we know we're not going to move on for now. Look at the club's going to persist with him, and you've got Saka over that side as well. If anything, we should be improving our left wing, if anything.
I think Smith Rowe's going to play left wing next season anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to buy Sterling.
you never know. You never know with this team, man. We do some crazy stuff sometimes. But yeah. What else do we have? Torreira. Is Torreira going to go anywhere?
Yeah.
Lazio.
Yeah, he's gone.
Is it done? Is he going on loan?
He told us.
No, it'll be a permanent deal for about 10 million, I think, because they were going to do the swap deal for Correa.
What did he tell us, James?
Arsenal don't want it.
Yeah, he told us, fuck you, I don't want to be all. And then he said, yeah, put that out there. Yeah, but no, apparently it's installments. It's gonna be 210 million installments. So yeah.
Look at how quick you can change your opinion on a player. Kesh, remember we said this guy does not like competing. He's going to a team so he can start week in, week out.
He doesn't like competing, and that's one of the things where I say Arsenal need to assess the players before they sign them. Like you need to sit this player down, see what their ambition is, see what makes them tick. Because a lot of players will just come because it's Arsenal. We've got an incredible history, and they like to play for us. But with the way our culture has changed so much from being winners to now teams that are just being bit part in competition, players feel they can just come in and just be comfortable and just sit on their laurels and play. And Torreira is one of those players. He doesn't like the fight.
Yeah. So Torreira, guys, if you don't know, this is what the article says. The article says Lazio has now come to personal terms with Torreira. Torreira, it was intrigued by Lazio's sporting project and has agreed to a lower wage and for next season in order to fund the transfer. Basically, that's pretty crazy. He's actually taking a pay cut to leave.
Well, that just proves your point, doesn't it? If a player's even willing to take a pay cut just so he can start every game and stuff like that, it just proves the point that he's not a competing player.
I mean, the thing is, the World Cup is coming around. He wants to play.
Yeah, true. But I think as well, Egal, we need to look at the actual deal itself. Torreira never really wanted to come to Arsenal. He wanted to go to Napoli. They then had some issues. They couldn't buy him, blah, blah, blah. He came to Arsenal. So everybody's saying when he complains about England and not liking living here and stuff, when everybody says, oh, well, why did you join in the first place? It wasn't the fact that he wanted to. It was either stay at Sampdoria, who were pretty average, or come to Arsenal. Like, you're going to choose Arsenal.
I've also seen the story on him talk about his missus not being happy as well.
His mum obviously died as well, I think. So
no, but before that,
his wife was not happy.
You've made a decision to come to a new country and play football, which is your job, and your missus isn't happy, so she's basically dictating you. It's not like I can understand if your missus ain't happy and you've got kids. I can understand that, but you've got no kids. Listen, she should be pushing you to go and do your best, not trying to interrupt your peace. And
Yeah.
that's what you've done, and that's what kind of phased him away from being at Arsenal. And he's ever since then he's always wanted to leave. He's been
Yeah.
talking about homesick. So
If,
you know
if
what?
that was yeah.
Let him go.
If that was my missus and we had no job, I'd be like, hey, I make the money here, so yeah, either with me or you're not, I'm staying. Like, she could go on if she wants, but I make the money, you don't. Like, I'll tell her that. Like, get out. Unless we have children, of course, but if not, yeah, in the
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I don't get. Like,
By the way, I want to
if it
ask
was
you
an
That's a
issue,
young man's
she should
mentality right
just
there. That's
leave.
not a. You ain't doing that in real
Egal,
life.
Egal, for me, when Torreira signs for Arsenal, I was thinking that this guy will be,
Like
up there.
Kante.
Yeah. Not Kante, to be honest. Kante is another level, to be honest. Kante is another planet.
Everybody only the only reason anybody compared him to Kante was because of his height. That was it.
Oh
Arsenal
my
fans just
God.
took the
The
piss with his
game,
height. That was
you
all
remember
it was.
this game, the goal he scored against Tottenham, and that
Tottenham.
game
Oh,
was
that
playing
that
very
was
Oh,
well.
yeah, that was
I
legendary.
love
when he
No,
took
but
his
that was
shirt
an out
off.
of life
from
experience for
celebration.
everyone playing
To
that
be
game.
honest, the guy, he has a heart, but I don't know. I think the problem is, I think Kesh say it perfectly. How can your wife, control you? Yeah,
Exactly. Is that what I
yeah,
said? Tell her get out. Like, come on.
yeah. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. let him go. Let him go.
Come on, there's no
James,
secret
you're not
in this,
telling no
Wait,
woman to get out,
wait
bro.
a second,
Let's-
and wait 1 second. Let me just
Anyways,
clear something up.
let's get
Egal,
this
let me
show
just.
on the road, guys.
I just want to clear something up before you try and get
we do
cancelled,
anything
bro.
else.
But just to anybody in the chat, we don't mean that the wives can't control the men. It's vice versa. No, person in a relationship should be controlling their lover to a point where you're ruining their career. It's not just because he's a man and she's a woman. It's either way, okay? No relationship should be like that. And if it is, it's a toxic relationship. And that's all we're trying to say. We're not blaming his wife.
Whatever.
We're not blaming his wife.
Yeah, it's not a
Moving on.
sexist thing. We're not saying men have to.
You
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
believe? Do
I
you
know this
believe?
generation is kind of soft and everyone takes things to the heart.
Yeah, we've
Do
just
you
got
believe,
to make sure
for 1
that's
second
known.
Locatelli could actually come to Arsenal?
I wish so,
I
but
believe
nah.
it.
I wish,
do-
but come
I
on,
do
let's be
believe it.
realistic.
I do believe it. I genuinely do believe it. It's just a matter. I think Juventus is his favorite destination, but with the deal that they're trying to offer, they have to be very hopeful that Sassuolo is willing to take that, because they're offering a loan then to buy him. Like, I'm not sure this.
Yeah,
is
they did this earlier, didn't they? They bought
Yeah.
was it a midfielder from Genoa
Yes,
and they loaned it. Yeah. Like
they've
they're
been doing
weird
it for
with
the
that.
last 2 years. Like, they haven't got much money, so if you can go in and you say, "Listen, I know what they're offering you, but we've got the money," I'm sure they're going to take the money option. Obviously, you'd have to convince the player also as well. But I do think we have got a chance.
Exactly. I don't think it's that we don't have a chance. I just think it's the fact that he has Juventus in his mind, and unless I think it's going to be difficult to persuade him. But I mean, you don't know, do you? Like Arteta, he convinced Willian to come by saying we're going to win a Champions League, so maybe he can fragment the truth a little bit and get Locatelli to come. And I mean, look,
Yeah.
if he signs Locatelli, I don't care what lies he said to him to get him to come. If he gets Locatelli, he gets Locatelli in it. Like it's a major dub either way. So
Yeah, can I say something? You see, Adrian Williams put in the chat is so true. Italian players always stay in Serie A majority of the time.
Yeah,
No,
it
they
is.
do.
That's just
I
how it
mean,
is.
look at how many Italian players in that team that are in the Euros play in Serie A. There's loads.
Do they any of them don't?
Verratti, I think, is one of the only ones.
Yeah, Verratti, Donnarumma, Bonucci, Cellini, all of them.
Yeah.
I think the only way we can entice him to come is offering him a starting role, which he might not get at Juventus.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Locatelli. Yeah, that's true.
He walks into our midfield.
No.
That's
He's
the
saying
only
he's
way I
saying
think
at
we can entice
Juventus.
him.
He
He's
walks
saying
into
like at
Juventus
Juventus he won't
midfield
get it.
too.
I don't think he would.
Juventus.
He'd start, but he wouldn't start every game because there'd be moments where they might play Rabiot instead, or if they keep Ramsey, they might play Ramsey. They've got a bunch of young
Thing is,
midfielders as well, so
I don't really think you
Rabiot
can
is
compare
trash.
he'd be
The-
rotated a lot.
the
The thing
Verratti
is,
one.
with Juventus, they're stacked in midfield.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be playing
The
every
Verratti
game.
one is a
With
bit
Arsenal, he
difficult.
would, more or less would.
because at the time he was only playing at, was it Palermo? Is where he was at, and he was just a
Verratti,
young
yeah.
prospect. He wasn't proven at that point. What you've got with Locatelli now, he's had a very good season and he's doing it in the international scene. So I don't really think you can compare the two. Jorginho as well. Italian born, so he's already ventured away from his country.
Thing as well, Kesh, the thing with Sassuolo, like a lot of people, when we say, so say somebody doesn't know much about Locatelli, you say, who does he play for, Sassuolo, instantly people are going to say, oh, that they don't sound very good. The thing that people need to realise with Sassuolo is they were in, I think it was like Serie C only 8 years ago, and then now I think they finished 8th this season. Like they have project building, so he is a massive part of that. So is Berardi. So like I would maybe 2 years ago I would have said Sassuolo, maybe not, but nowadays I'm like they're going to be a big club in the future, so they're going to take over a Roma or one of these clubs if they're not careful. So mate, anyone from Sassuolo right now I'd take, and Locatelli 120%. That guy's a baller, absolute baller.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there's not enough time for everyone to get their take on this, because the last topic is going to be the most hectic one. And you know what we're going to be talking about for the last topic. We haven't mentioned it all video. None other than the man himself. William Saliba.
Egal.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for the person in the chat who say Lanzini is Italian, you're a dumbass. He's Argentinian, get it right. Like, people are trying to correct me when they're just wrong. So I'd have to say that.
Okay, good. Now, continue. Going on to this topic. This is a mad one. Keep it simple. Let's get this going again on Twitter, on Twitterverse. Okay. So William Saliba is assessing his options ahead of move for Ben White. It's likely that Arsenal are now have completed the deal, and it's just waiting for him to come back to do the medical. Welcome Ozzy and everybody watching on Twitter. Now, I want to know, what does Saliba, and is there a knock-on effect now? We get Ben White. Does that mean Saliba's leaving?
I'm taking a break on this one. I'm taking a break.
For me,
What?
Saliba we have to get him, to be honest, because we have Holding hasn't performed. Holding has been shit for this season, to be honest. I don't mind him going, to be honest. We have to get Saliba, and we have to play these two, Ben White and Gabriel. I know that Gabriel was having bad season, but I'm sure this coming season he will improve. And Saliba, as a he can change those two. They can challenge for that position. For me. So we have to get him.
For me, Saliba will get his opportunity in pre-season. It's over to him to take it. At the end of the day, Gabriel's not going to be here for a while. So he has to grab that with open arms. If you're like, we know he's better than Odin. So go show Arteta that, yes, I can be a good partnership with White. Hold the fort down and you'll get his opportunity. I don't think it's as black and white to say that Saliba is going to get pushed out the window or they're going to
man's dissing you, Cash. Man called you Wilfred Bonny,
We've had Wilfred Bonny, we had Lacazette the other day as well. Like
but Wilfred Bonny is the GOAT, so he's actually calling Cash the GOAT.
He's playing for Ittihad in Saudi Arabia.
Come on, Wilfred Bonny.
Ittihad.
Goes for Swansea.
I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Yeah.
It's the hair, that's it.
Yeah, it's there. That's what it is, isn't it?
No, it doesn't have to. No, the facial is not there still.
Okay, continue. What are you saying about Saliba, guys?
If he can hold the fort down in pre-season next to Ben White, I've got no reason to see why he wouldn't be a suitable fit going into the season. That's what pre-season is there for. Show the manager that you're ready, innit? At the end of the day, yes, we can say last season he had pre-season, but he only played I think 2 games. So, there'll be a lot more games this pre-season, a lot better preparation. So let's just wait and see. Like, I feel like everyone's just jumping the gun and just making themselves upset when we don't know the conclusion as of yet. And it's a long summer. It's a very long summer. I've not got time to be letting Arsenal ruin my mood and things like that. Everyone just needs to take a step back. When the transfer window's finished, we assess it. And if it's a poor, like last year it was very poor, I gave it a very poor rating, then we go for Edu and Arteta's neck. Simple.
Honestly, guys, I don't think Saliba is going anywhere. I think this is a smokescreen from his camp. They're trying to entice Arsenal into doing more with their own player because they know that he hasn't been given a fair chance, and the club might need a little bit of a push to get their act together with the player because they're almost neglecting Saliba. They've loaned him out once, which we understand, which was part of the deal. The second loan, I think there might have been personal reasons, but we don't know. The player said he wasn't even given a chance, so I have to listen to what the player said. And this third time, it's unexcusable. If he gets loaned out a third time, at this point, I don't know why we even bought him. It must have been another money laundering situation, because that's what we're doing at Arsenal. We're buying players and tanking their value and selling them for nothing. It's ridiculous.
Can I just make one quick point, Egal?
Yeah.
I get what I understand the like a lot of people saying that this could be just his agent, and I agree. I think a lot of it is just him and his agent and his camp trying to. I don't think it's them trying to push anything. I think they're just trying to get a bit of like news or a bit of
Clarity.
solidity in a sense. Yeah, it's the clarity that Ben White's coming in. What's going to happen now? But my only issue with that is if he's seen as such a big part of Arteta's process, we'll call it, or team, or whatever you want to call it, right? I would have thought by now that he or his camp or someone would have got information by now, that they'd have been told, look, we're looking at Ben White, we're looking at this player, that player, but trust me, you're safe, you're going to get your chance, you're going to this and that. So what this tells me is either A, this is absolutely fake, this isn't even anything to do with the agent, and this is just wholly fabricated to get reactions, or Arteta, Edu, and all these lot aren't communicating properly with Saliba. And look, I get Arteta has the bad man management, but this is a little worrying in a sense that if it is the case of the poor communication, again, this kid's 20 years old. He's a big part of Arsenal's future, hopefully. And we're not communicating with him and his agent on what his future is. And that's something that should be done anyway. They shouldn't have to be going to the media and making up rumours to get this information. It should be there in front of them. So, again, whether it's fully fake or whether it is the fact that there's just no communication, then either way, it's a little worrying.
I don't believe.
I just need. I agree. I don't think he's going anywhere, Kesh. I agree. I think he's. I think he'll get his chance, and I think he will prosper at Arsenal, whether it's under Arteta or not. But again, it's difficult. It's difficult. I think I want to say it's wholly fabricated. It has nothing to do with the club or even Saliba. It's just these news outlets trying to get reactions from Arsenal fans as they do every now and then.
You know what the weirdest?
We don't know that.
People forget, like, it was only in January that I read that Mari could be leaving in the summer. Like, I think there's...
Yeah, I saw that as well.
I keep saying to people, like, there's players there that probably a lot of us think will still be here, that won't be here come the end of the summer. Honestly. And remember, it was not so long ago, everyone saying Arteta rates Odin so much, Odin will be part of this team. If Arteta rates Odin so much, I don't think we'd be going for a Ben White. That's what I'm saying. There's not so much things that are black and white as what we seem to think they are.
No, that's true. Well, do you think we're going to get rid of Mari? That's just, I know that's a bit of a.
Nah, I don't think so. Mari,
I wouldn't even get rid of him. I don't think he's good.
I don't think so.
I'd look to get rid of him next season.
Mari, the way he runs, have you seen Egal?
No.
What does the way he runs have to do?
I mean, it's base, bro.
Muhadin, you must hate Sterling then, because the way he runs.
Yeah, exactly. He runs like a
must hate Sterling.
No, to be honest, Mari is just. Do you remember this? There was a chance. I don't know. Was it Werner? Yeah, Werner missed. I think Chelsea faced Arsenal. This guy make a mistake. It was Werner. I think was.
Yeah, but all our centre backs have made mistakes.
You remember?
Mari. Sorry, you can't come because you run bad. Sorry.
No, Mohideen, that's fine. But then what would you do? You'd have one left-footed centre back at the club.
Fucking
yeah, but Ghana Express, bro. First of all, our defensive, if we rate them, I think they cannot pass 7. All of them for me. 7.
What?
I mean,
10, I mean, out of 10. Rate them.
No, but that's fine. But what I'm saying is, so you selling Mari, I get that.
Funny though.
I get that. I get anyone that wants to sell Mari, I get that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying, you have to replace him. You can't have one left-footed centre back at the club.
Yeah.
Surely.
Maybe for experience, I get it. Yeah, maybe for experience.
I'll say it like this for me. My verdict with Mari is this: he gets this season. And then next season, no matter how well he does, I don't care how well he does, you get rid of him next season because he'll be 29. Yeah. You move him on. You bring in Dan Ballard into the first team, and you look to bring in another left-footed centre back as well. Because I'll give my verdict quickly on Gabriel as well. I think he is expandable in a sense that I don't think he's going to be world-class level. I think he could be very good, but not elite level. He was only 25 million.
Yeah.
If he's not good enough this season, and I don't mean has spells. I mean, if he's awful, he has to be awful for this to happen. But if he is awful, I'm moving him on because he's expandable. He's 24, 25, 25 million. He's not going to be world class. Move him on. But again, I do think Gabriel will have a good season. I do. If he does have a stinker, I'm getting rid of him.
Yes, okay. What I mean, though.
Muhyiddin, slightly off topic. Can I ask you a quick question? What are your thoughts on Usain Bolt? Do you like him as a runner, or did you like him as a runner?
Bro, the way he runs, I don't want him.
Bro, he's a legend, bro. Usain Bolt is a legend. But for me, what I'm talking about is, bro, I don't like this type of centre backs. Who can't. The guy can't
run properly.
You don't necessarily need to be a runner. Listen, defending is not about running because
bro, Mari's reading. Bro, Mari's reading.
If you always have to be on the back foot, if you always have to be on the back foot, hold on. If you always have to be on the back foot and run, that means you're not reading the game properly. It's all about reading. Saka couldn't run.
Just what I wanted to touch on as well.
But he can read the game a lot.
By the way,
the likes of Mertesacker, 100%. Look, he wasn't blessed with pace or mobility to a degree, but his ability or his strength in reading the game was second to none. So look, I'm not comparing Mari to Mertesacker. I also agree. Like, I don't feel like he's the best quality that we need, but I understand that he's a short-term signing, and like Gunnar Express said, if we do bring in a right centre back this summer, next summer, I also feel that we should identify a left-sided centre back in order to give Gabriel a better competition. So
listen, these players that we're signing, they're part of the journey, but there will become a point where you will move these players on. Like, say for instance, if Arsenal do the inevitable and you manage to accomplish and get a Champions League, then you'll be looking to get
what the hell's going on? Who's playing games?
Then you'll be looking to get a more experienced centre back along.
That's always Discord, I think,
with the youth that we've got there. So listen, none of these players are safe. We're not exactly this formidable Arsenal team who's winning trophies where you think, these players deserve their opportunity to stay at this club. No, they're just a part of the journey.
Yo, one thing here. I want to say one thing. Do you rate Ricardo Pereira, the right back who plays for
he just came back from a hard injury?
Why can't we get him? To be honest,
well, we can't, because Leicester have him, and Leicester are not going to get rid of him. And also, even if he came to us, he just came back from a bad injury, similar injury to Bellerin. We don't want him.
Look, the way Leicester are doing it, they are removing all the crap players away. I want like that, Leicester now, they become solid, everything, the transfer, the players, the bench, everything. Let's
1 second. We got two people here. Artekas, Ozzy, what do you guys think about the whole Saliba situation? Ozzy, you can go first.
For me, I don't know. For me, I think personally, I'm going to add a different perspective on this. I think Arteta doesn't like him. He didn't sign him. I think he doesn't trust him as well. I think he thinks he's a bit of a player that is a bit not matured yet. Maybe a bit sort of around that doesn't carry that maturity of maybe a bit of an older player. And that's why I think personally he probably wouldn't be in the squad. It's a sad situation. Like the majority of us, if not all of us, want this guy to perform. We want him to be given a chance. But for me personally, I just don't think Arteta sees him as one of the players to be in the squad or trusts him. To be honest, like if that's the case, there's no point loaning him on. I think he should just be sold. Arteta should just say, listen, this guy, I don't want him in my squad. He's not part of my plans. Move him on. It doesn't make sense to loan him out and then he has less time on his contract. And then again, the thing is, again, it would be a good time to sell him because he's had a really good loan spell. I think there will be loads of options for him. I don't want to sell him. I want to keep him in the squad. But my stance on it is that, again, I don't think Arteta wants him in the squad or wants him to be or he's part of any of his plans, to be honest. If that was the case, if it's like a smoke screen, as some of the other guys has mentioned, why wouldn't Arteta just say, listen, like, yo, you're gonna get given your chance. You're gonna get a chance to perform. I don't think all these fabrications would come out if that was the case. But I think he's kind of been left in the cold. He doesn't know whether he's gonna play, whether he's gonna stay, whether he's gonna be loaned, sold, whatever. I think the player has no clue. Neither does his camp. I don't think Arteta cares. I think it's the last thing Arteta cares about, to be honest. Like the treatment.
Let me just stop you there.
To be honest.
Let me just stop you there because I'm starting to catch you repeating yourself. What I want to say is, I feel like we don't know what the club stance is on this because it hasn't changed and they haven't told us anything new. I feel like this is strictly agent talk, and people to say Arteta doesn't rate him, I feel like that is making an assumption, because as of right now, if Arteta did not rate him, we probably would have tried to sell him, which the club has not tried to do yet. Let's be real.
I'm saying all these rumors are saying that he's going out on loan. Why hasn't the likes of Fabrizio and all
AC
that
Milan
come out and said he's up for sale? Then I don't understand. Would they not have come out already and said he's up for sale?
He wouldn't go away. He wouldn't go away anyway. Romagnoli, who's one of their best centre backs, was dropped by Tomori, who they've just signed. So if Saliba was to go there, he'd be like fourth choice centre back. So that one makes no sense. It'd be new if he was going on loan. See him at Newcastle. I think they're the front runners to get him on loan, if anyone. If he even goes on loan.
Why would our loan manager send him to Newcastle?
Because, look, Newcastle obviously have a good setup. It's what they do, Willock. I think they've got a good relationship already.
I don't see a problem with him going to Newcastle.
Yeah, and again, I think it's a good setup. It's a good setup because he can play. He's a ball-playing centre-back, and he has the likes of Saint-Maximin and Almiron who can run onto his ball. So in terms of developing his ball-playing, which he's already good at, Newcastle have the players to do it.
Your value is more likely to go up playing for a Premier League team on loan.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than playing abroad. So I don't think got a problem with that. And if you're going to loan him and you put an obligation to buy, you're more than likely to say, okay, we want 30 mil. So you can make your money back if that is the case and you want to sell him.
I totally hear you on that, Kesh, but unfortunately, one bad example of that, of us loaning out one of our players to a Premier League team, the example was West Brom when Tony Pulis was in charge. Now, I'm all for sending out our players to Premier League teams or maybe the Championship, just to keep them more closer to home. So we can keep an eye on them more closer. I just feel that from this day forth and into the future, if there were more cases of us loaning our quality young players breaking through, that it has to be the right club and under a manager who has a similar philosophy to what we have as a club and in our manager. So
I agree with that.
Okay. All right. Yo, people, I'm just going to end it here. Do you think Saliba will play come next season? I'm going to go with I think he's going to still be here and he's going to play. Cash?
I believe he's still going to be here.
Yeah.
Until I've seen something that clarifies that Arsenal want to sell him, want to move the player on, then I've got no reason to believe that he's not going to be here.
Okay.
Me personally, I can only go on hope.
Azan, Artekas hasn't said a word. I just want to get his take.
Sorry, my bad.
Artekas.
Hello, I'm audible.
I'm good.
Yeah, so what I was thinking was, so even we remember what happened with Rudiger. So under Frank Lampard, he wasn't performing, but then Tuchel came and he completely changed him. So we don't know that if Arteta gets sacked and some good manager comes in and he gives him a chance and he becomes world class. So I don't think we should sell him, but I think we should loan him next season.
Okay, he'll have 1 year left on his deal if we do that.
No, did we not sign him on a 5-year contract when we got him from St. Etienne?
Yeah,
no,
I'm sure we did.
Yeah, it was 5 years, so he's already he's got 3
been on
years
loan
left.
for 2.
I think. So if
3 years.
if he goes on loan, that's 3 years on loan.
Well, yeah, but then he would have 2 years remaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he has 3 years from this point, but if he was to go out on loan again, that's more than half his career at Arsenal.
Yes,
in terms of his contract
I agree.
on loan. So I agree. I kind of agree with what Ozzy said. I don't think we're going to loan him out again. But if we are, it shows to me that he's not wanted. Just sell him. Otherwise, his value is just going to run down and down and down because you can't. He's on a 5-year contract, and 3 of those years he's been on loan, and already both of his loan moves that he's already had, he's impressed. So what else can this kid do? He's going on loan, he's impressing, and he's still not getting minutes. So at the point, just sell the kid. Just accept defeat, sell him, just move on.
But then if we sell him and he does well, people like you are going to be like, we're idiots.
Yeah, no, of course I am, Egal. Again, I don't want to sell him in the first place. But what I'm saying is, if Arteta's going to put that situation in... Look, Arteta, what he needs to do is just give him a chance, which is what I think he'll do, and then play him. Because he will... Again, he had the MK Dons game, he played well, and everybody says he did crap in the under-23s. But what you've got to realise is a player like him going from 13 football to under-23 is so difficult. He's not going to perform well at under-23.
What does this have to do with anything? Player. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, that was when he was 17. Listen, he was 17 years old.
What I would say is, listen.
3 years ago.
If I'm looking at the base, obviously everyone will say, yes, Arteta didn't do well enough last season. Yes, he did not do well. But if Arteta looks at this and think, this is the best for Arsenal, Ben White is the best for Arsenal, and he manages to go on and achieve his targets, no one's going to give a shit come the end of the season. No one's going to care.
That's not true.
No one won't care. You won't care.
You know why it isn't true, Kesh? Because if Saliba goes on to have a better career than Ben White,
but it's not about
players
can have a better career than Ben White. It's about a team. That's not down to Ben White. It's down to Arsenal as a team to go and win things. You can't say he's had a better season or better career than Ben White, so that's why we should have kept him. That don't mean nothing. It's about you as a team and achieving your targets. At the end of the day, you always find another Saliba. Life goes on in football. There's players that come out and break out from every direction that you can go and get. As long as your team is rising and doing what you expect them to do, you're not going to rest and complain about players like that. The only reason why Arsenal complained about Gnabry over the last few seasons because while Gnabry was going to the top, we was dropping. If Arsenal's going to the top and Saliba's at the top as well, no one's going to care.
Exactly. Look at Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, look, with the whole Saliba thing, right? Look, I can just only go on, right now, I can only go on hope. So I only hope that Arteta sees sense and gives him a fair chance. So in pre-season, I hope he gets the game time and the minutes in those 3-4 pre-season games in order for Arteta to see the light. So until then, I'm only hoping. But when he gets his fair chance in the preseason games, then I can have a better idea on whether I believe he will be in Arteta's plans. But like saying that, like, how is it, you know, we as a club, we're investing almost 30 million in a bright, young, talented, but then we're flexing in a way where we can afford to send out someone like Saliba on loan 2 years in a row, possibly the third season, you know, because when we make these like similar, when we pay out similar sort of prices for players, we've kept them for 4.5 and 5 years with other signings. So yeah, so I just hope he just gets a fair chance this in this pre-season before we start our new campaign, and then hopefully he's in Arteta's plans.
Egal. I said it before. People have to remember Gabriel is going to be at the Olympics, which means the first, I think, 2 games of the season, he's not going to be there, which means Saliba, I personally think, will get a chance. We also have preseason games coming up on July 13th. So people who say he won't get a chance, he will get a chance.
Open as well. The window will still be open as well, so he will get his chance.
Yeah, true. But I don't think he's going anywhere. I think that's just agent talk. I personally think he's going to stay. But that's just, you know, it's Arsenal, so anything can happen.
At this point, guys, I'm not going to lie to you guys. We've covered everything. We're going to be back another day. But before we go, people want to know about Maddison. What's going on with Maddison? Top 4. Take Maddison, White, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Camavinga, Lokonga. First of all, we're not getting Maddison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Makes no sense how we're going to get both of them financially. But at the same time, I would have said to you, we're not paying 50 million for Ben White. So I don't know the financial situation at Arsenal. Lokonga, Camavinga, I feel like that's a good pairing, but I don't think we're going to get both of those guys. We're going to probably go for Lokonga. It's pretty much done. Camavinga is our first target. If we don't get him, we're going to get Basuma. But yeah. And then someone was asking me earlier about Maddison. Nothing's changed on Maddison. Smith Rowe's not going nowhere, even though Aston Villa really like him. He's not going nowhere. Torreira's leaving. William Saliba's not going nowhere, but he's going to go on loan, maybe. We're not getting any of these players. David Seaman said Ben White would be perfect signing for Arsenal. He's watched him quite closely, and he feels like this is the perfect signing for Arsenal. Odegaard, there's been an update. If you don't know, Odegaard's not going nowhere. He's staying at Real Madrid. No matter what happens at the end of the season, he's staying at Real Madrid. And this is a great thing for us because closing that opportunity opens another door for us. And I did not want to go back to that option. So this is great that option's gone off the table. Philippe Coutinho is being linked to us again from Ben Bello.
Egal, if I want to ask you, where does Brera play? Brera, the one who plays for West Brom.
Pereira.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays for West Brom.
Yeah, he plays for West Brom. I'm talking about the position he plays.
Yeah, Martin, I like him too.
Center attacking midfield.
Yeah, Martin, I like him, but I don't like the way he runs, so I don't think I want him. So
No. No. I'm serious, bro. I want to ask you
what's going on,
question,
everybody. Go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it.